Hey there, it's the first Sunday of October 2013, and the weather is still, it's just a beautiful fall Sunday afternoon. Really just a nice day. Temperature's probably in the upper 60s, very comfortable. One of the last days I can be outside in a t-shirt, I think, for this year. So I'm gonna do supper on the grill instead of inside, because we'll get, 6 months of that with winter coming up anyways. So tonight what I'm going to do is Italian sausage with peppers and onions, and then we're going to make them into Italian sausage sandwiches. So first I'm going to get the charcoal going and grill the Italian sausages. I bought 5 mild Italian sausages over at Festival. They usually have smoky, really good Italian sausage that they make. And then I'm going to chop up the pepper and onions and throw it all into a Dutch oven, and add a little wine and some garlic and oregano and stuff, and I'll show you. So first off, let's just take a look. There's our fire. I think you can see. Got some charcoal going, and once that gets really nice, I'll dump it out of the chimney. So then next thing I got is pardon, there's a few leaves out. As I said, it is fall, so I like peppers, but not too many. I'm not a huge pepper fan, so I'm only doing 1 bell pepper for tonight's meal. Cut this core and the seeds out. Those can go over to the compost heap. So, let's see, how are we going to do this? We'll just make strips out of it. I thought a nice yellow pepper would look really good in this. You can get green peppers just about all year, but these yellow and red ones and orange ones, they always cost more, but they cost a heck of a lot more in the winter than they do in the summer, so, or in the fall. But I do like onions, so we'll go a little bit heavier on the onion. There you go. You've seen me chop veggies before. You've seen a lot of people chop veggies before. Well, charcoal is coming along very nicely. And tonight I'm using the real wood lump charcoal instead of the briquettes. Whoa, I dropped one. I'll get him back. Okay, Festival's mild Italian links. So we'll start just with these guys. And they don't have to be cooked all the way through, because they're going to go in with the veggies, but I want them browned a little bit on the outside. There we go, that's the first part of it. Let's see, what else we got to do out here? You looking at the right thing? That's good. Push the onions in the... I'll put in a couple of cloves of garlic too. So one thing that I'm going to do this time, it's a little different. The recipes all call for dried oregano and dried basil and such. But we've got some fresh oregano in the garden, in our little herb garden, and it's starting to look a little worse for wear in a few places, but there's still a few good sprigs. So I'm taking off the leaves from the oregano, and I'm going to use fresh oregano in this tonight instead of the dried stuff. And I'm doing the same with I got a few leaves of basil, so we're just going to give that a quick rough chop. That'll go in with the peppers and garlic and onions and stuff. Then, I don't know if you can see these right here, that's some fresh fennel seed that I just took off our fennel plant. So we're going to throw that in. And of course our garlic needs to be chopped. So there's all our spices and stuff getting ready. I'm going to throw in a couple of Roma tomatoes. There are 3 of them. I've got 3 Roma tomatoes I'm going to throw in, and then there'll be a little bit of white wine in there. So let's see how our sausage is doing. So those don't have to be cooked all the way through. That one's a little underdone yet. So what I'm going to do is you see that? Put a little olive oil at the bottom of my Dutch oven. In fact, you know, I'm going to lower this right into the fire. Raise that a little bit. There. Let's start sautéing our peppers and onions. Doesn't that look pretty yummy? I don't know if you can hear that over my neighbor's lawnmower. While we're waiting on that, let's slice up our tomatoes. Just for a There we go. I wanted to get this a little bit more cooked down, and then I'll add the tomatoes and the herbs. Well, see if we can't take the next step in our process. Add some tomatoes. And some herbs. And some banana peppers. Next thing we got is I bought some white wine. Nice box of it. I know boxes aren't cool, but they're cheaper. So we'll put in like that. I'm going to put the lid on here. Just let this work for a couple minutes. So what I want to do, I'm just going to cut these guys in half. I think I'd like them that way. And I know they're not fully cooked. This one's probably the least cooked of the batch. Yeah, he's kind of raw in the middle, but that's okay. I'm going to go set this on top of... You get the idea. So what we're going to do, set those in there like that. And then that is just going to simmer for a little while. Now, you can hear the end of the bells, so you know what time it is. I've added a few yellow tomatoes, the last tomatoes from our garden. And I'm just going to stir this up a little bit. Well, my assistant has come outside. He was pestering me for quite a while to let him out the front door, the back door I mean, and we finally put his harness on and let him out, and now he's just gonna roll around for a few minutes on the patio. Where'd you go? Are you recording? Come back here. Okay, got a bigger knife. We're going to make like super-sized hoagie sandwiches or poor boys out of this. One. What I'm going to do, put the grate back on and just toast this bread just for 10-15 seconds. I don't want it to be burned, but I do want it to be toasted. And I'm thinking just a couple sausages on there and we ought to be all set. Let's check on our sausages. Fill? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Look at that. I'm gonna I've moved the Dutch oven off the direct heat. It's just staying on the side for just a second. I'm gonna put just a little bit of olive oil onto the bread, and then I'm gonna toast it over the grate over the fire just for a few seconds, just to get a little toasting to it. And then we'll put these sandwiches together, and I think they're going to be good. They certainly smell good. So let's see how this works out. Here we go. First one. Ooh, I see we have fire. Be careful of that. We'll get the other two on there. And again, I don't want to over toast this bread either, so let's move the lid off our sausage. And start to assemble our first sandwich here. Move you down this way just a little bit. Again, I've got another neighbor that just started mowing their grass. I don't know about this. So there's the sausage. Put one more on there. A little bit of the pepper and onion. Whoops, we lost one. Got a little bit of Parmesan cheese. We'll top it with that. And that one off. This time we'll put a little bit of this stuff on the bottom. Tomato and peppers and onions and oh my. One more little piece of sausage. A little bit more of this. The veggies. A little bit of cheese. Let's see how this tastes. I mean, it looks fantastic. It's going to be the hugest sandwich I've eaten in a long time. I may not be able to bite this thing. Oh, that tastes good. Yeah, that's a very nice sandwich. It's not a real hot and spicy sandwich, but it's got a nice Italian sausage flavor to it, and the veggies just add a lot. So, this is really a good sandwich. I'd recommend it to anybody. You saw what I put into it. If you liked what I did today, and if you enjoy my other videos, I would certainly appreciate if you would subscribe to my channels. Have a great week. Catch you later. Bye-bye.